Well, shiver me timbers, what about the news? What on earth is going on? How are you feeling? I know how I'm feeling actually. I'm feeling a bit mixed and I think most people probably are. So this video, I'm just going to touch on very quickly what's going to go on this channel in relation to travel news, and as well as I think I might need to write another piece this morning, because if you don't know, I released a book last year which I'm so pleased to say went to bestseller status, and it was about how we were feeling about lockdown, and that was then, and it finished, it cut off at April. Of course we thought, oh, won't be long now, I'll be done, ha ha. And here we are, end of February 2021, and we're still in lockdown. It's still all a bit up in the air what's happening, but at least now we've got some dates to work towards, haven't we? I mean, to be honest, last time I put a video out a little bit like this, people were sort of like, had different opinions that they wanted to leave in the comments. And now that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions about everything. We are not all going to agree and we're not all going to feel the same. I completely get that. But basically, I just wanted to come on this morning just to touch base and say, when TUI, this is a bit all over the place, when TUI put their news out of what's happening, I will update on this channel. So this channel is a little bit like all over the place at the minute, and there is a reason, a very good reason. I had another channel which was proving majorly successful, and you all said bring them videos over here, let's watch them on here, keep it all on one platform. But some of them have been really successful, some of them less so. And over there, even though I've taken those ones down, what's left is still hitting the hundreds, and I'm a little bit like, oh. So anyway, but this channel is generally, travel is what people come here for. So I do feel I'm going to concisely put about TUI, what their news is, what you can do about if you've got a holiday booked, because it seems to be what this channel really does well with. So I'm going to do that. Of course, good time. Of course, I'm also going to be updating my writing, and I'm going to tell you guys about book number 2. So book 1 that came out, which was last year bestseller, we are on to book 2, and I have got some corkers of some new authors contributing to that, and I cannot wait to bring you their stories. There's one in particular which I read it and I was so in love with this story. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And a few of them are from my MA cohort, which was the same with last year. I think there was 2, was there 3? There was 3 of them from my MA cohort last year. So I am thinking about recording some of those to put up on the bedtime stories series, because a couple of them are quite funny, they're quite light-hearted, and what I don't want the bedtime stories to be is anything that's too much of a heavy story. But then I thought about doing a little bit of like love poetry as well, because that's really popular online and I do really enjoy writing that. Although it's not what I'm known for, of course. I'm more your sort of real life health kind of person, and that's fine. But anyway, so some things. 2 updates, I will bring you that. I'll probably release a statement later today, no doubt I will record that and get it up for you. New book, the new book, it will be coming. I've got a name for it, but I was thinking about doing a competition and seeing what names we can come up with, and that person will get a copy of the book sent to them when it happens. I'm going to also write a little piece for the end of the book, which is probably going to be called, oh, I don't know, what should I call? It's going to be like a mini story today about last night's announcement and today, and what's happening going forward and how we might be feeling about that. That'd be quite interesting to think of a title for that. I'm not too sure. If you've got suggestions, do leave it below. It's obviously going to be like, you know, is this the end? Is it sort of like what happens next? How are we feeling? Stuff like that. I'll tell you how I'm feeling. I'm quite excited about a lot of things. I'm also quite nervous about a lot of things, and I've never been anti-lockdown. Like a lot of people have really struggled with it. I've been very lucky. I've had, don't get me wrong, I've had probably more tears in this last year, but some of that's for specific reasons. It's not necessarily the generic thing about lockdown. It's like, oh, I can't do that. Say like choir. I've really missed going to choir. It's so good for my mental health, and I will be going back. But then I was thinking, it's a long way, like it's in London, and it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back, and then I miss my dancing, and you know, I don't know. So there's things that I've quite enjoyed, not having to get up to the alarm clock, rush around. I mean, I always wake up really early anyway, but I haven't had to rush around and do all these different things. So how are you feeling? Do feel like you can chat about it in the comments if you want to. If there's any hate and stuff, I should just get rid of it. because obviously it is political and it isn't something that I normally encourage, but I think we are all feeling things, aren't we? So yeah, where are you at? Like I say, I'm excited for the new book. I've got a deadline for all the stories to come in by the end of this month, which is next week, well this week, isn't it? And then I'm going to start on drafting the first edit. So that is exciting. I cannot wait. If you're somebody who did contact me and said you wanted to put a piece in and I haven't yet, it isn't too late, but you're going to have to hurry up. Excuse me, sorry. And there may be more similar things to this in the future, because I've had a couple of people reach out to me who want to do their law of attraction stories, and I think, oh, let's do that. That would make a great book, wouldn't it? But anyway, so it's just my little update. I'm going to sit now and do my writing, and then I'm going to, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about today. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I will be back with the news about what's happening with TUI, because at the moment travel is UK only, isn't it? And I can't predict what might happen, and I don't know how TUI are going to, because it's up to the other countries, isn't it? But anyway, I will, when I've got more of a voice than I've got now, I will be back and I will tell you what what you can do regarding those. Now the hearsay at the moment, and it is hearsay, is that they may be opening up travel sometime in the summer to go abroad. Now, if you've got something booked after that and they have opened it up, the chances are that you're not going to get a cancellation fee waived. You may lose your deposit or something like that. So yeah, I'm just going to see what they say later. As soon as it's up, I will record something and pop it up here for you. But whatever you're feeling about all this, I hope you're okay and I hope you're doing all right. I just really wanted to hop on and just say that this morning, because I don't know, I feel like you guys just, I don't know, I just like looking after you a little bit, you know what I mean? And anyway, like I say, I'm okay. It's a weird feeling. Like yesterday when all the news, the sort of gossipy news was going around, I thought, really? Is that actually going to happen? And if that's the case, wow, it's like Christmas, but I don't know. How long is it going to take us to start to feel normal, to go out and just see somebody in the shop that you haven't seen for a year and a half and go, oh my goodness, how are you? And hug them, you know, because it's still going to be around, isn't it? So I don't know. All I know is I don't want to be in Parliament right now. That would not be my ideal job. Weather's beautiful. Well done, England. I will look forward to seeing you in my next video, guys. Do make sure that you reach out to some professional if you feel that you are feeling something that you can't quite get to grips with. That isn't me, but that said, my inbox is always open if you're somebody that just wants to have a chat. Look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you next time. Well, that'll be really soon, actually.